there, and thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Rogers. In just 24 hours, spanning from yesterday into this morning, Minneapolis has seen at least 7 shootings leading to multiple deaths. Here's a look at where police say they happened, many of them near Lake Street. Police are still working to determine if any of them are related. We do know one incident left a man dead and a woman hurt. It happened just after midnight on Lake Street and 12th Avenue. Police say they found the man on the sidewalk with gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. A woman in her 40s was also shot and taken to the hospital. She's expected to be okay. And 2 people are dead after shots were fired at a tobacco shop in Dinkytown around 2 a.m. yesterday. Police say they believe a fight broke out inside of the store on 14th Avenue and 4th Southeast. A third man, who police believe is an employee, was also shot and is recovering. Police are still trying to figure out exactly what happened and if anyone else was involved.
Where it appears that, altercations are solved with guns, and that's just absolutely unacceptable. We've got our investigators out to determine exactly who was involved and what transpired, make sure that those who are responsible are caught and brought to justice.
The store is close to the U of M, but investigators say no students were involved. New at noon, a Minneapolis man will now spend the rest of his life in prison after shooting and killing his wife in an Eden Prairie hotel. Less than 3 hours ago, a judge gave the sentencing to Ryan Rooney. He's convicted of killing Rose Boucher in November of 2021. A criminal complaint says 2 young kids were in the room at the time, and officers also say they found meth. Rooney will have the possibility of release in 30 years. Today, former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is back in prison. It's his first day out of the hospital in more than a week. Chauvin's attorney says he is still recovering after an inmate stabbed him 22 times at a federal prison in Arizona. He'll keep getting medical care in prison. The inmate accused of attacking Chauvin is in the prison library is now facing charges of attempted murder. We want to let you know about a program that starts today for area buses and the light rail. Metro Transit will be cracking down on fares, making sure they're paid. Kaya Edwards explains how the new enforcement program works.
Metro Transit is going to be putting more personnel in more places, buses, trains, and at stations, to inspect fares and issue non-criminal citations. Uniformed community service officers will be enforcing this new program. Fines range from $35 for first-time violations to $100 for repeat violations. In fact, those who get 4 or more will be prohibited from Metro Transit for 120 days. All fines must be paid within 90 days. But citations can be fought in court, and first-time violators can get reduced fines by doing things like watching safety videos on Metro Transit's website. The agency says safety is the reason for this change, telling the community, quote, "We know from listening to customers and employees that having a strong official presence on buses, trains, and at boarding locations is one of the best things we can do to achieve that goal."
Governor Walz is set to be the next Democratic Governors Association chairman. Over the weekend, he announced the news on X. The DGA website says the group's mission is to support Democratic governors and candidates nationwide. A new chairperson is elected every year. Walz is replacing New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. Turning to weather now, and we're looking ahead at somewhat of an odd week, I would say, Ben. Temperatures are back on the rise, but first, what are we expecting today?
Well, a lot of cloud cover and a small chance for a few flurries later this afternoon. But right now, it does not look like it's going to impact your evening commute. But again, it's going to be something you'll be noticing later on today. Now, right now, we are dealing with improving visibility. We did wake up to some areas of dense fog to start off the day. You can see visibility has improved. Generally speaking, we need visibility 2 miles or less to have it impact travel, and you can see across the state we are seeing things again improve. But this low-hanging overcast is likely going to be with us through the remainder of the day today. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. Clouds not moving very much. Temperatures also not moving very fast. Mid-30s right now. Will be just shy of 40 degrees this afternoon, but another solid warming trend is in the forecast later this week. And here's a live look at radar. A Clipper system approaches from the northwest. We'll talk about who could be looking at some very light snowfall later today. Coming up. Alexis?
Ben, thank you. Today, the Israeli military is again expanding its ground assault on Gaza, now covering the entire Gaza Strip. It's raising new concerns about where Palestinian people will go. New details from the United Nations say more than 80% of Gaza's population has been displaced since the start of the war. Most of them are sheltering in UN facilities still in Gaza. Officials say 218 people have died while staying with them, and more than 900 have been injured. A big move is developing today in the travel industry. Alaska Airlines has reached a deal to buy Hawaiian Airlines. Alaska Airlines announced the deal worth $1.9 billion. The headquarters will be in Seattle, but Alaskan says it plans to establish a major hub in Honolulu. They will also keep both names. The goal is to boost the company in order to compete with bigger airlines.
I'm excited about what this combination does for the business, and I'm excited about the opportunities that our guests and our employees have with the business going forward.
The final deal could take between 9 and 18 months to officially nail down. It will need the approval from the boards of the carriers and U.S. regulators. The holidays are in full swing and shoppers are still out finding deals, but don't get caught up in the rush to get everything done. While you're out picking up the last minute items from your list, make sure you're still comparing prices to save a few dollars. Many retailers have similar offers right now, but it's worth looking around for some deals.
There may not be quite as many options and the prices may get a little bit higher, but you're still going to find great deals in December.
Another reason to shop around, shipping deals. That's right. Compare retailer timelines as you're hunting for gifts. Some businesses can get you that gift pretty fast, and that makes all the difference during the countdown to the holidays. For more tips and tricks, check out Your Money on KARE 11 Plus with new episodes Mondays at 8.